This is Brandon Scott. It's Sunday morning. This is my Sunday morning confessions. This is my Sunday morning confessions. Remember that. Now, social media for social change. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. Pay attention to this. All right? Pay attention to this. There's room for everybody at my table. Came in straight out the Illinois Department of Corrections. All right? Out the Illinois Department of Corrections. I was making a documentary about the prison industry, mass incarceration in your prison industry, social media for social change. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. We're talking about the 13th Amendment. If I go to jail, I got to share that toilet with an inmate. 2024, we're going to share this toilet with the world. We're going to show the world what being black in America is. We traded the penitentiary for the plantation, cotton, cocaine, and you made our black communities the cash crop. And you used black faces to do it. That's C.D. Witherspoon. If you Google search C.D. Witherspoon meltdown, I put a toilet in front of the federal courthouse about this. C.D. Witherspoon had this. The NAACP had this. All right? They had this. That's the NAACP. All right? That's the NAACP. And the NAACP had this. C.D. Witherspoon had all this. Called me a FBI informant. Man, you was really like doing what you was doing. A lot of y'all was doing it. But this is what I'm about. I'm blowing the whistle on the prison industry. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And Kwesi Mfume wrote a letter telling y'all I was using social media to do it. Social media for social change. I never got a trial for these cases. And this is me. If you go to David Trone, he got this. That's Micah. All right, you see what that says? Micah, the School for Social Design, all right? That's Governor Larry Hogan and me, and Mayor Pugh. Mayor Pugh gave me the Community Verizon Award. Governor Hogan gave me the Weaver Award for weaving the social fabric. This was me in 2007. Y'all locked me up right here, 12/24/2007. I went home on vacation and came back on probation. I'm not Emmett Till. If you go directly to Out for Justice, she got a storyboard with everything on it. All right, that needs to be said. That's parole and probation. And I'm getting ready to light y'all's life up. I'm talking about Monopoly, the Cheaters Edition, and the money you make off black bodies. You feel me? I'm the best of the best in Baltimore, 2016. That's Joshua Harris and the NAACP. That's Raleigh and the NAACP. And that's Shorty. Activism ain't terrorism. I'm an activist for mass incarceration in your prison industry. And this is when it all started. On February the 2nd, 2011, my mother, Corrine Davis, died from cancer. She was born June 14th, 1929, died February the 2nd. I was kidnapped by Scott Shellenberger 2/7/2011 and held illegally from 2/7/11 to 5/18/2011. All right? I was made homeless and my property was taken for making a documentary, Get Shorty. That's Las Vegas. And that's my mother, Corrine Davis. And that's Bishop Dante Hicks. So Bishop Dante Hicks, everything that you got, you need to turn over to the public. Let the public see what being black in America is. Because I'm getting ready to pull everybody's card. The money behind the machine. That's Pastor Dante Hickman. Like I said, you had this since September the 10th. So when you preaching in church today, remember my mama. You feel me? Because my mama just as important as Pastor Jamal Bryant's mama. You feel me? February the 2nd, 2011, I was kidnapped. Talking about being black in America. I'm an advocate. Homelessness, mass incarceration, and the money you make behind the machine. You feel me? The money you make behind the machine. That's President Obama. That's me. All right? May 2008, I was illegally incarcerated. Ex-felons got a right to vote. We can vote and run for office. Ex-felons got a right to vote, and you got to talk about what's going on at the Obama Foundation. The money behind the machine. That's Africa. And those are my mother's ashes. Talk about a film about Baltimore and your prison industry. That's the Maryland Volunteer Lawyers for the Arts. And that's the Maryland Volunteer Lawyers for the Arts. Turn over that information to the voters because we're going to talk about being black in America. All right? It's a public moment. It's a learning tree. And you're going to learn something today. You feel me? You're going to learn today. It's the learning tree. You feel me? That's Dick Gregory and Shorty. Before Dick Gregory died. Yeah, at Summerfest, Summer Jam with 92Q. WOLB, Larry Young, Reverend Al Sharpton. Ask him about Shorty. I'm the cook in Baltimore. And I put it all on film. We're going to play the tapes like Watergate. Because y'all like killing activists. So I'm getting ready to jack y'all up. Ask Jack FM about me. Ask Jack about me. Ask Jack Young about me. Like I said, it's the learning tree. That's President Biden. That's President Obama and Kwasi Mfume. I voted. Ex-felons got a right to vote. Got a right to vote and make a movie. That's November 2006. Get Shorty. And you got Shorty. You got Shorty on film. You got Shorty on tape. You got Shorty in the news. You got Shorty asking for his freedom. And that's the Baltimore School of Law. Kirk Smoke. Ask Kirk Smoke about Shorty. Ask Kwasi Mfume about Shorty. Ask David Trone about Shorty. Ask the Baltimore Orioles about Shorty. You feel me? We're going to play the tapes like Watergate. Because I ain't get a trial. And I ain't get my property back. And it's election year. In November, we're going to have our votes. And our voices matter. You feel me? Pastor Dante Hickman, we're going to play the tapes like Watergate. Dante Hickman can tell you stories about Shorty. Yeah. Ask Dante Hickman about me. Ask Governor Westmore about me. It's my political soapbox box. Ask Jack about me. Yeah. My political squat box is this toilet. Did you use the toilet today? You're going to think about me tomorrow. Because this is the United States First Amendment of the Constitution. And that's Donald Trump.
Have you ever met my cousin? He's the skid mark in your underwear.
Yeah, we flushing. Did you use the toilet today? You're going to think about me tomorrow. What's the first card game that you played when you was a kid? Well, I think it was 52 Pickup. And we're going to play 52 Pickup on this Sunday morning. We're going to play all the tapes for the people. That's Shorty and Miss Hazel at the store. And we're going to have a postal inspector have a postal investigation. That's President Biden and the Department of Justice. A postal inspector and a postal investigation. That's Jared Gimenez. We talking about voter suppression in the 2014 and 22 elections. We're going to talk about voter suppression. Postal inspector. I got 52 of y'all. That's Ben Cardin's. You got to turn over all this information. Before the elections, you got to make this information available. Everything that you got to turn over to the people. You can't claim to be leadership and hiding truth. This is truth speaking to power. That's Governor Larry Hogan. That's Governor Larry Hogan. That's Eric Barron from the Department of Justice. That's Governor Westmore. That's Governor Westmore. That's Governor Westmore. And you got more Governor Westmore. You got to turn over everything. That's Governor Westmore. And that's Governor Westmore. Everything before Election Day. Because if you don't, that makes you parties to a crime. Racketeering and fraud. Criminal conspiracy. If the mayor of New York is getting ready to go to trial, what you think this trial going to be? And if they going after Diddy, what you think they're going to do when they play these tapes? That's Brooke Learman. They're going to play these tapes, and then what's going to happen? That's Peter Francott. We talking about the money behind the machine. That's Delegate Stephanie Smith. Racism don't work without black cooperation. Racism don't work with black cooperation. We got a black governor, a black congressman, a black state's attorney, a black attorney general, and we still getting Jim Crow justice. That's Lou Clippinger. You got to play the tapes and produce this material for the voters. First Amendment, freedom of speech. Bill Ferguson. David Trone. Everything David Trone got, and you see the date, a postal inspector, because it's postal violations. You got to act on this information. Attorney General Anthony Brown. Yeah. Anthony Brown was Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown when I did this. And then it was Congressman Brown. Now he's Attorney General. Brandon Scott. Brandon Scott. It's you and me, kid. Governor Hogan. Brandon Scott. C.D. Witherspoon. Kwasi Mfume. Westmore. We all on the same page now. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. Like I say, I'm picking cards, and I'm going to pull your card. Delegate Sheila Roof. Senator Benjamin Brooks got everything. He got the everything. If anything happens to me, Benjamin Brooks is holding the evidence, and I videotaped him when I gave it to him. He got to turn that over to the Board of Elections and the Department of Justice, because we're going to have a federal investigation. It's going to be scandalous, like a house of cards, a real-life house of cards. And our delegates is already on tape. Ask Robin Lewis. She's on tape. You're on tape. That's Izzy Pataki, and Izzy's on tape. That's Speaker Adrian Jones. Speaker Adrian Jones is on tape. The Maryland Black Caucus. You stand for Tennessee but won't open your mouth about me. But you're going to open your mouth about this. Delegate Kaylin Young. Kaylin Young got my paperwork, phone calls, emails, all that. Emails, regular mail, and phone records. Ivan Bates, States Attorney. Yeah. If Mosby can go to jail, you can too. You can't use your office to protect the corruption. Because we talking about the money behind the machine. And that's Ivan Bates. And Ivan Bates want to keep this mass incarceration going on, talk about juvenile justice. But he ain't talking about the money he making off of that. Ivan Bates got a lot of money from David Smith. Yeah. I came to your campaign fundraisers. You'll call the police on me to stop me from protesting. It's to play politics. Yeah. Y'all call the police on me all the time. I ain't go to jail for the right reason. That's State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby. She got it too. Like I said, we got black faces protecting white supremacy. That's Xavier Conway, your grandfather. We got paperwork and videos. Your grandfather's in the tapes. Yeah, we're going to play the tapes like Watergate. Commissioner Harris. See, when he got it, 2023, before he resigned, he had that. Commissioner Harris ain't in office no more. That's Michael Waller, 2007. Dred Scott. Do blacks have rights in which white America respects? That's the Lake County Board, 2007. I was locked up in another state. I was incarcerated, and y'all permitted them to steal money out my bank account. Bank of America, SunTrust Bank. I was insured for $1 million. These tapes is worth $250 million. That's the state public defender. You feel me? I went city, county, state, and federal levels. That's Judge Badar, the dissent decree. Judge Badar got this. Chief Justice Roberts got this. Judge Carrion got this. Judge Carrion got a book. That's my intellectual property. Judge Carrion don't turn it over. Like I said, we're going to play the tapes. Sheriff Cogan will tell you about it. All right. Activism ain't terrorism. She got the book. Everything Judge Carrion got, she got to turn over. If she don't, she can go to jail. She can go to jail. See who that is? Chief Justice Roberts and President Biden. We're going to the Supreme Court with this. I am Dred Scott. Do blacks have rights in which white America respects? Because protesting ain't against the law. Just like the Westboro Baptist Church.
You'll never flush me. I am the alpha.
Yeah. Remember that. Activism ain't terrorism. If the Westboro Baptist Church got to go to the Supreme Court, so am I. That's Judge Mary Barbera. And I gave a speech in front of her, and we talked about the prison industry. Ask Judge Barbera about me. That's David Trone. Everything David Trone got, he got to turn over. I supported David Trone for candidacy. That's Omar Fuentes. Shielding law don't apply to y'all. If y'all don't play these tapes and get this information to the public, that means that y'all can lose your license. You got FCC violations. The media can't protect y'all. That's WEEA Radio, Dr. K. See the date? September the 5th. She got it September the 7th. This is October. And she ain't played this. She ain't talked about this. And that's my intellectual property. Dr. E.K. EEA Radio. Like I said, I'm making a movie ain't against the law. The Making of Black America. The Making of Black America. That's Mark Steiner from WEA. See the date? That's how long I've been doing this. That's how long I've been doing this. How long will this bullshit go on? As long as David Smith got that TV station, because that was in November of 2007. David Smith had all this. If Blagojevich can go to jail, so can Governor Hogan. Governor Hogan gave me the Weaver Award. We talk about Monopoly, the Cheaters Edition, the money you make off black bodies in the prison industry. You're ready to light this city up. I went home on vacation and came back on probation. I'm not Emmett Till. I'm Black Man. I'm not Batman. And we talking about the 13th Amendment. Call C.D. Witherspoon and ask him about that toilet. Contact Kwesi and Fumi and ask him about that paper he sent to the House Judiciary Committee. Contact Barack Obama and get my paperwork. Go to the Maryland Volunteer Lawyers for the Arts. He got my paperwork, and we're going to play these tapes. That's Mr. Bailey. You feel me? That's a Hard Look with Richard Sher. Hard Look when I first started. And that's Cutting Up Meat when I went out of town. And that's Dred Scott. Do blacks have rights in which white America respects? You're my president. You're my mayor. You running for office. And it's a learning tree. It's a learning tree. So Dante Hickman, let's talk about it. United States Postal Service. We're talking about mass incarceration. Right here, you know me. It's in the name of Corrine Davis. Honor our fathers and our mothers, and our days shall be long. You got Shorty, and you got work to do.